minutes later.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome once again to Benny Auto Parts Facebook page. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done a live video. So what I'd like to do this morning is kind of bring you up to speed of what's been going on in the shop for the last 2 weeks. We're well into 2023, and we have been just extremely busy trying to catch up on engine builds. We've probably got 5 different builds going on at one single time right now. And what I want to do this morning is kind of highlight what we've been doing and where we're headed and what we've accomplished so far this month. So the first engine I want to highlight is this is another Pontiac 400. Seems like 400's been rolling in pretty regular lately, but we love those old iconic Pontiacs, especially the 400 GTO engines. So, and TransAm. As a matter of fact, this particular engine right here is out of a 77 TransAm. It's a local car up in Harris County. A friend of ours, a friend of mine from the car shows from years gone by, and he understands that when we do one, we do it accurately, we do it correct, we check everything, and you don't just get back a painted motor, you get back one that's completely been reassembled and gone through and all the internals checked and new and everything. So this particular one is we've been working on it here now. I've been doing this one myself. Started on it last Saturday. So that was be a week ago tomorrow. So basically what we've got accomplished so far or ready to go is we've got the block all cleaned up, painted, correct Pontiac blue. We've got the rotating assembly installed, oil pans on it, bolted the heads up on it yesterday, completely reworked the cylinder heads, got them ready to go, and bolted on, torqued down. They all came out in real good shape. We adjusted set the chip height on the valves. This particular engine has what we call non-adjustable rockers. In other words, they get bumped down. There's no adjustment to it. The factory has a certain spec that you have to machine these valves to and to make the tip height correct, to make the valve geometry correct. We've done all that. Camshafts installed. New water pump is installed. Timing covers reinstalled. Harmonic balancers installed. So we've got basically left to do is we got to put the rocker arms, lifters, push rods on it, which we'll do today. And then we've got to put the valley cover on it. Then we'll put the intake manifold on it. And then we'll take it and put it on our spin tester and do a spin test with oil in it and check everything, check oil pressure, check compression. Hopefully everything turns out fine. I don't see why it wouldn't. Everything went together really good on this one. Again, David can pan over here and he'll show you some of what we do as far as preparation. Of course, this is the customer's intake manifold. It's cast iron, 4-barrel factory manifold. It's all being cleaned up and painted for the customer. Of course, the 400s, Performance 400s have chrome valve covers on. This is the valley pan PVC system. It's all cleaned up, painted, ready to install. Got 16 brand new lifters. Got the customer's push rods cleaned up and ready to go. Got 16 rockers, 16 rocker balls, and 16 adjusting nuts. All that's cleaned up and ready to install. Of course, we've got the customer's distributor. We'll put that distributor back in, for the customer, and we'll set it on number one cylinder so that when he gets ready to fire it up, he'll know exactly where number one is. So this engine will be completed tomorrow, maybe this afternoon. Just depends on our schedule today. But we'll get it finished up no later than tomorrow, and that'll be Saturday, and it'll be ready for the customer to get it next week. Probably do the spin test on Monday morning. We'll do an electric spin test on it, and we'll highlight that spin test for you and kind of see the finished product, what it looks like on spin test, checking oil pressure, checking compression, and checking for any possibility of any oil leaks or anything like that. We don't anticipate any of that, but when we send one out of here, we want to be sure, absolutely sure, that everything is 100% correct for the customer, because a lot of work putting one of these engines in and taking it back out if you had a problem. So we try to eliminate all of that beforehand. We've enjoyed this build. Again, it's like I told you, it's an iconic Pontiac 400. Been a good build. Engine was in relatively really good shape. It was still standard bore, so we were able to bore 30 over. Put a new set of pistons in it. The crankshaft was still standard, so we machined that crankshaft at 10 thousandths on the mains, 10 thousandths on the rods. So it had a real good crankshaft. Heads were in relatively good shape. We put some exhaust guides in it, and I think we had to have 8 exhaust valves. The exhaust valves just kind of pitted up a little bit, so we went ahead and put 8 new exhaust valves in it. So hopefully we'll get a wrap on this one here by Monday. We'll be able to spin it and show you the results of the spin test. Do a little short video of the actually doing the spin and what we actually look for and check whenever we do the spin. As I mentioned earlier, it's been extremely busy this month. Seems like it's been forward months. We've got 2 460s, we've got 2 302s, we've got a 331 stroker forward, which is a 302 stroke to a 331. We've got another 302 that's going to be stroked to a 347 that's coming up. And then one really special build that's coming up that I'm really looking forward to, and I'll give you just a little hint of what it is. And you don't see many of these. They're kind of rare. It's a 70 model Mustang Boss 302. So this is a real Boss 302, correct block, correct heads. Customer is from Alabama, over around Eclectic, Alabama. So he has entrusted us to do the build for him. It's going back into a restoration project, which is a 70 model Boss 302 that he's doing. They're doing the body work and so forth now, getting the car ready for the engine. So that'll be the next kind of special build that we do, because they're all special, but this one is really iconic because you just don't see a whole lot of them. They're very rare. So anyway, that's what's coming down the pipes. I hope you will tune in and watch us. We'll probably highlight the complete build on that 302 from start to finish, and kind of let some of our viewers see a real Boss 302. Very special build that we're looking forward to. So we thank you for tuning in this morning. We're going to move around the shop a little bit this morning and kind of highlight some of the other builds that we've done this month, and actually have them ready to go for the customer to pick up. So we'll take a little short break, but we'll be right back as soon as we set up down where the other engines are being built. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be right back.
Founded in 1946, Benning Auto Parts and Machine Shop continues to meet the engine needs of the Columbus community and beyond. We offer crankshaft service, engine balancing, cylinder head service, and engine block service. For more than 60 years, our full-service machine shop has performed high-end engine services and rebuilds for high-performance motors or stock engines from Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. Let us machine your engine components or complete your engine assembly. Just call, click, or pay us a visit. Benning Auto Parts and Machine Shop, your engine expert.
little longer than a few minutes later.
Welcome back once again. As I mentioned earlier, we were going to highlight a couple of the builds that we have finished up this month. So this particular one right here is a 327 Chevrolet. It's going in a 64 Impala. This is all original. Tried to make it numbers matching for the customer. He bought a lot of parts, and we got a lot of parts for it to make it as era correct as we could. So this one's complete, ready to go. Oil pressure's been checked. It's all, and everything is looking real good on the customer. Is probably going to pick this one up next week. It's complete and ready. We'll slip right over here. This is a 390 Ford FE that we've done for the customer. Actually, it's a 360 is what this is. 360, 390 use the same block, but basically it's the same configuration motor. But this one here is, we're in the last stages of getting it ready to go. It's completely assembled, and we're going to spin oil pressure up on it. That's the next step. We're getting ready to put the oil in it. We've got the oil filter mounted on it already. Everything is together on it. So hopefully we'll get this one spun up for the customer, and it'll be ready to go. We're hoping he'll pick that up this afternoon. So that's our plan. So just a couple of them that we are real close to being finished up with. And of course, the Pontiac we just highlighted earlier, it'll be ready for the customer on Monday. So once again, thanks for following us on Facebook, and hope you've enjoyed the videos, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you.
Later.
All right, welcome back one more time. Again, it's Friday morning. We've been highlighting some of the engine builds that we've been doing this month. Like I said earlier, we've been extremely busy. We've got a lot of these ready to go. This particular one here is a 331 cubic inch stroker Ford. Starts life at a 302, and it's got a stroker crank and different pistons in it. It strokes it out to 331. This one is complete, ready to go. We've already put this on a fin tester and got it checked out. It's all good. This particular one is belongs to a customer also in St. Simon's Island, Georgia, is where this one came from. So it's going in. It's also going in a Mustang. I think it's a '69 Mustang. But anyway, just one more that we've gotten ready this month. It's ready to go. Again, once again, it's a 331 Stroker Ford. A couple things we got. Uh, like I said earlier, we build anything at Benny Auto Parts. If you want to build, we can usually do it. This is a 4.0 Jeep motor out of like a 78 or 80 model CJ5 Jeep. Of course, we haven't started on it. It was brought to us just like you see it. We got it strapped down. It's complete. We will disassemble this and completely rebuild this for the customer. That's coming up real soon. Kind of a common motor for Jeeps. Most all of them had 4.0s or 4.2s, either one. So anyway, that's coming down the line next. Won't be too far away. After that, this is a 454 Chevrolet that we've got to build. This is actually for a boat. This is a Marine 454. It's coming up pretty quick. Probably right along the same time we do that 4.2. And last but not least, and David has kind of highlighted it, this is the Boss 302. So this is all the parts and components to put this engine together for the customer. I'll just show you a little glimpse. These are the valve covers. I'm assuming these are factory Ford valve covers. Boss 302, or he had those made. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's the valve covers he's brought us to put on this motor. So this will be actually probably be starting on this motor next week at some point in time. Got the block, got the crankshaft, starter, bell housing, distributor, clutch, carburetor. I mean, we got every piece to build this engine. And after we build this engine, we will actually be putting this engine on a run-in stand and cranking it and running it for the customer. So once it leaves the shop here, it'll be completely tested, run in, set the factory specs, ready to go, ready to put in that 70 model Boss Mustang. So that's a fun build coming up. So that will conclude us for today. We've given you a lot of information today, probably information overload, but anyway, we hope you've enjoyed the videos. Just catch you up with where we're at. Like I said, we haven't done any in a couple weeks. So next week, we'll probably try and get back in highlighting the block department in our shop as we continue our series on the services that we offer here at Benny Auto Parts. So I hope you've enjoyed these videos today. David will probably break these up into some segments so it won't be real long. So anyway, I want to thank David Phillips for the job he does. He puts the music to these videos and he shoots everything and really choreographs it and puts it all together. And I think he just does a fantastic job. And I just want to give him a shout out. Thanks, David. Thank you. Have a good day.